This program is going to show you how to use a charcoal grill. Many people have a hard time using a charcoal grill, but with these easy steps presented in this video, I'm going to show you how to start making family-pleasing meals in no time at all. So first, let's take a look at the items that you're going to need to use a charcoal grill. First of all, any charcoal grill such as this will do just fine. This one is a Weber. Next, you're going to need some charcoal. I recommend Kingsford. It's a very good brand. It always seems to light quite nicely. And you're also going to need some lighter fluid. Kingsford, again, is a great choice. Next, you're going to need something to clean the grill surface off with. A scraper such as this or a wire brush works very nicely. So after you have all the items that you need, it is time to get your grill ready to start grilling. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your grill is on a level surface and that there is enough airflow to get the proper air for the reaction process to occur. You always want to be careful to make sure that there's no flammable objects near your grill surface, in which this is a good spot, and we have plenty of airflow to get the coals to light. Now, after your grill is on a level surface, we want to do a preliminary cleaning of the top rack. I'm going to use this scraper and scrape the top rack like this to get any remains from the last time you grilled off of here. Now this one is already pretty clean. I already did that before. So after it's clean, you take the top rack off and you set it aside. Now, this grill has a bottom rack in which we're going to use to put the charcoals in. Now, as I said before, I have charcoal from Kingsford, and what you do is you dump the charcoal into the bottom rack. Now, it may be kind of confusing to know how much charcoal you need, but as a general rule of thumb, you can do this. You can determine the total surface area that your food will take up on the top rack and pour the charcoal so that you'll have an evenly distributed single layer of charcoal on the bottom rack. Now, I'll pour the charcoal in. After you have dumped the coals into the bottom rack, you construct a pyramid to allow the coals to get properly heated through after you light it. Now, it is very important that before you light your coals to open any bottom vents that you might have on your charcoal grill. This allows for the proper ventilation again. So now, I'm going to take the lighter fluid and I'm going to light the coals. What you want to do is kind of dump the lighter fluid on top and you let it soak in nice. Something like that. And now, you wait. I always like to wait about 10 seconds to let it soak in a little bit. And then what I do is I take a match and I light it towards the bottom of the pyramid in a few various locations. So now the coals are lit, and we'll have to wait about 15 to 20 minutes depending on the weather situation and wait for the coals to get heated through. And you'll know that they're heated enough and ready to start grilling when they start to glow a little bit orange and they'll have a gray ash on around the coals. As you can see here, the coals have now developed a gray ash on the outside and there's an orange glow to them. That means that the coals are now hot and you're ready to use them to cook. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock down the coals here and I'm going to start to develop my even distribution of coals on the bottom rack. Now when you do this, you want to develop a coat of just one coal deep, and you want to spread out the coals so ones that maybe aren't as warm, you want to put them between ones that are warm. Now this is after I have evenly distributed the coals. Now as you can see here, this is very even distribution of one coal deep, And a good way to test to see if your coals are evenly heated on the rack is to put your hand over the top and feel for if there are any spots on the grill that feel hotter to you or colder. And if there are, then you adjust the coals accordingly. So now, after our coals are ready, we're going to put the top rack back on the grill, like this, and then we are going to let the top rack heat up, and then after a few minutes, we'll scrape any remains that are still left on top of the rack. Alright, so it's been a couple minutes, and now we can easily scrape off any residue that remains on the top rack. The remains heat up and they're very easy to get anything else that may be on the rack off. So now this rack is clean and we're ready to start grilling. So in review, today we learned how to use a charcoal grill. We learned about the equipment that you will need in order to grill. We learned about the placement of the grill. And we also learned how to prepare the coals for grilling. And after the coals are prepared, we learned how to prepare the final cooking surface for grilling. So if you follow these easy instructions, you will learn how to cook good family-pleasing meals just like this.